What's up, everyone? It's the interview queen Alicia Toot here, and be sure to watch True Heel Heat.
Hey guys, it's Thunder Rosa, and welcome to True Heel Heat.
Happy Sunday.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody? Hey.
Hey, y'all. It's been a minute. Everyone looks different.
Right.
Always different.
I have you have nice long hair. Like we just did a rooney on everybody.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is almost August already.
Oh,
don't know where the time went.
Oh my God. I'm not ready for it's to be over yet. No.
It's insane. It's actually insane. And SummerSlam is basically exactly 2 weeks away as of yesterday. We have a lot has obviously happened. I think it's been 3 weeks since we've done a show, I want to say. Krssi took some vacation. I took some vacation. It's summertime. You got to take the kids places and do things. And it is what it is, y'all. But obviously, we missed being here and talking women's wrestling. Again, a lot has been going on in the women's divisions across the board. So instead of recapping, because again, it's been 3 weeks, and I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of recaps at this point. We're just going to talk about kind of what's going on and how we feel about it, and we'll just go from there. News-wise, in the last, I think, week, actually, we did find out that Alexa Bliss and her husband, Ryan, is it Cabrera?
Cabrera, yeah.
Thank you.
The pop
singer. Good morning, Bernard, by the way. Thank you for joining.
Good morning.
A baby girl.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Another baby girl in the mix. Amela and Corey are having a boy. But there are a lot of girls coming up in this generation of wrestlers' kids. There's a lot of girls. So if any of them take up pro wrestling like their parents, we're gonna have a pretty robust women's locker room coming up.
Yes,
in this generation.
Yeah.
You have Alexa Bliss, you have Becky and Seth's kid, you have Cody Rhodes' kid, like all these girls.
A lot of girls, yeah.
Coming up, Lacey Evans' kids, like they're both girls. So we will see, obviously, but I think Taya Mello and
I don't. Let me check.
They're having yet.
Let me see. Let me check and find out exactly.
Because that'd be so funny if they're having a girl too. I'm gonna laugh. Like seriously. But anyway, congratulations to Alexa Bliss and Ryan on announcing that they were having a baby girl. I believe she's due in November or December. I think it was announced. So
yes,
it's coming.
They have not said. Let's see.
They have not said.
I don't think they have said it yet. No.
Okay.
Oh, nope. It's a girl.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Another girl.
Another girl. Yep.
That is crazy. All right. Well, there's a lot of girls coming up. We're talking about the women's divisions, and we might have a whole future women's division coming up right now. So we will see. That's all I had for news. I can think of, at least recent news, I should say. Before we jump into WWE, because there's a lot to cover there, I just want to give a huge shout out and spotlight to Willow Nightingale and Athena. on Ring of Honor. So I am not a big AEW Ring of Honor watcher. However, whenever there is a big women's match or something happening, I do like to try and tune in live. If not, I try and watch it when I can right after. So I didn't watch it live. I did watch it maybe an hour or so after it happened. Holy crap, man. Like, if you guys haven't seen that match, I think it's Death Before Dishonor.
And they main evented.
They main evented. They were the first women to main event, I believe, a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, or Ring of Honor show, excuse me. Which is amazing in itself, seeing how Ring of Honor has been around for a very long time. Not only women main eventing Ring of Honor, 2 Black women at that main eventing Ring of Honor, which is incredible. And the match itself, though, was match of the year candidate. It was just so good. I want to read this post real quick that I came across with someone pointing out basically that they were paying homage to all these different women's wrestlers, apparently. So match, or it says Willow and Athena's match was a love letter to women's wrestling. And it said match paid homage to Mischief's Obliteration, Allison Danger's Shimmering Warlock, Sakai's Smash Mouth, Sarah Del Rey's Royal Butterfly, and Daisy Hayes' Mind Trap. So throughout the whole match, they were just doing all these different moves and paying homage to different women's wrestlers. And I actually thought that was a really cool touch. I did not obviously catch it. I obviously did not catch it, but because when everything moves so fast, I'm not a moves person, y'all. I'm not a, oh my God, is that the move that was done back in 1978? Like, I'm not going to remember that stuff. That's just not me. But finding out about stuff like that is awesome that they did that. And I believe Athena even saw that tweet and retweeted it, because basically confirming that's what they were doing. So I thought that was so cool. The match itself was just incredible, guys. It was hard hitting. It was the moving, the character work. Athena is just at the top of her game, and arguably possibly the best women's champion that's out there right now. As far as consistent great matches. When she is out there, she is performing at a very high level.
WWE let that go.
And she couldn't find her niche there. Here's the thing, I don't know if it was for her. You know what I mean? I think she's in her element right now. I think this is where she belongs. I don't think WWE was for her, and that's okay. That's
fine, right?
That's what's fun about having AEW and Ring of Honor and Impact, and obviously Stardom, is that there's a place for everybody, and WWE isn't the only answer. There are other places people can go now that they just may fit better. There are people in WWE right now that I feel would do better in AEW. Candice LeRae being one of them.
Or Impact as well, too.
Or Impact, yeah. Like, I just think, like, Candice LeRae is one of them, to be honest with you. I don't think she belongs in WWE in the sense of, I feel that she would thrive more elsewhere.
Yep. SP has made a very great point. Only the third time 2 Black women headline pay-per-view. This is Willow's second time this year, in this 1 year. She has done 2 main events in this year. She did it with
Sasha or Mercedes.
Yep. And she's did it with Athena, which is fantastic. And she also won the Owen Hart Cup as well. You have to say that as well with AEW.
She did. Willow's making moves. Like, I think if you guys have been watching with this or following along with us for a while, we told you how much we love Willow.
Yes, I'm a Willow
and this was before she got signed to AEW. This was like,
we were just
she's going places. Like, she's just getting started, in my opinion. And clearly, these promoters see what we see as well, at what the fans see in her. She's just a joy to watch in the ring. She's really good, and she's just a great person. And I don't know, she just puts on these incredible matches no matter where she goes. And how crazy, she's made so much history in just less than a year. It's only been 6 months, technically, 7 months, and she's done a lot this year. This has been a big year for her. Again, I think she's just getting started. There's a lot more to come from her.
Yes.
And I'm excited to kind of see where she goes. Athena did retain, in case anyone was wondering. Willow did kick out of the O face. I think she calls it the O face now, right? Willow did kick out, and I believe they said she was the first one to do so.
Yeah.
Which was a great way of putting her over in loss, if you think about that. That makes her look very strong. So, again, if you haven't watched the match, go watch it. Again, it's incredible. And two women making history and main eventing Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. So, again, go watch it. It's just really good.
Now I have to kind of pivot a little bit because Willow did beat Ruby Soho, and I was very, very upset about that.
Yes.
I feel like this is the second time that Ruby has been in the finals and has lost. Why they treat my girl like this, I do not know. I am very, very upset and sad, even though I am a Willow stan. However, I feel like Ruby needs to be getting more attention, more push, more of everything, because she is a badass. I know people say you're supposed to wait, but I am just kind of sick of waiting because Homegirl has been there for how long and we have not given her anything as of yet. And it's like, why we keep getting L's? And I don't know if she wants to push Willow, and I know that they're all cool and everything, and I get all of that. I know everything is a process with this business. However, I feel like good morning. I feel like this is like something that's kind of like stagnant, and I feel like.
Okay, can I pose a question without you getting upset?
Pushing Willow, but we also have other girls that are been here and need to be pushed in that same order, if that makes sense.
Can I pose a question without you getting upset, though?
Go ahead.
In the movie Fighting With Your Family, they talk about how there are fall guys and people who are only meant to be fall guys. They're never meant to be the one, the person. Is it possible Ruby is just not that person? Is it possible Ruby is meant to put others over?
I don't want to say yes to that. No. I don't,
because she was never pushed in WWE.
Right.
She has not been pushed in AEW. Okay, better question. Can she be the woman? Do you truly believe she could hold that title and that crown and run a division?
I think she can, actually. I really think she can. I absolutely think she can. I think she has the credibility to do it. I really think she can. She can wrestle for sure. Can sometimes be sloppy. Absolutely. I think most women, I don't think there's a perfect match.
Oh, no. And I'm not even talking about her wrestling ability. She's fucking incredible. Right. I'm just talking about her as a talent. Do they not see? Are they not seeing that in her? Because WWE didn't see it.
I don't think they're seeing her. I don't think they're seeing what she is. I think they get her to the point, and then we're like, you know what? We're gonna get
Stop it.
I mean, he's not wrong though. Like
chat.
Had this
do you see Ruby Soho as the woman? Like, could she be the top woman? Honestly, do you see her in that role?
You're
a Britt Baker level, a Becky Lynch level, a like running the division headliner. Because I think they just don't see that, which is why she's not getting pushed. I think they're using her as a person to give good matches and put people over.
That could be it. I see the potential. I think she can do it. I've seen it from when she was in WWE. I feel like they didn't even give her a damn tag title, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying?
Like, shit out of me. They were the only legitimate tag team in WWE at the time, and they didn't even ever hold them.
Never, ever with them.
That drew
So
me.
it's
That
like
that drives me nuts till this day. That drives me insane that they
it's
never
nuts.
held
That's
us
what I'm saying. It's
accountable.
like these are people that have like been doing this, and like maybe she's a full guy. I don't know. I don't want to think that, but I am very, very in a space where I was like, it's not fair where
Right.
we have to keep doing this again and again.
Ruby Soho will complete her story when she wins the Owen tournament next year.
Why do we have
Will
to wait
she? Will she though? Because there might just be another woman who they see as a bigger star, and they're gonna end up. And maybe Frantic's right. Maybe Ruby Soho's story is that she loses this Owen Hart tournament in the finals 4 times over, and the 5th time is the charm. Who knows?
Well, look at what happened to Mercedes. Mercedes never got to, be the Royal Rumble winner. Like they never gave her like that plateau. She's main evented, WrestleMania, but like other than that, like really, like that's why I think she was like, you know what, like F this, let me go, because you don't see what I see. I think you have to have like the Cody effect sometimes. I hate to say that, but you have to leave and like, prove the naysayers wrong.
Correct. I think Mercedes saw herself as a bigger star than WWE ever did. If that makes sense. She valued herself much higher than WWE was, and so she decided to put her cards elsewhere, and that's completely okay. Antoine, good morning.
Even, like, gave her no type of like, saying, oh yeah, like, promotion or whatever. But now you see these girls and they go on these red carpets and they're showing themselves off, but WWE is not showing them off.
Right.
The Miz can do anything. He could do a backstage and they'll still find it good.
Correct. Absolutely. Good morning, Antoine. Antoine was asking, is there a chance we see Mercedes at All In or All Out? She was still in the wheelchair when she was watching Trin Impact at Slammiversary. So I don't really know where she is in her recovery, but if she's still in the wheelchair, when is All In and All Out? When is that? Like what month? I think you're muted.
I'm sorry, say that again. I apologize.
When is All In or All Out?
It is the Labor Day weekend.
August 27th and 9/4. Here's the thing. So Mercedes is a 4-horsewoman, okay? And I don't trust shit from the 4 horsewomen. Now,
Nope.
Mercedes was in a wheelchair at Trinity's match at Slammiversary.
Yep.
Now, did she do that? The 4 horsewomen, they do shit like this to throw people off. So she really could legitimately still need a wheelchair and not walk on it. If that's the case, she ain't gonna be at All In or All Out.
Pictures, but then Trinity will post pictures of them like standing in the background at like in backstage or whatever. So it's like,
well, so there was a fan who posted a photo. There's a fan that posted a photo who took a selfie with them, Trin, Tamina, and Mercedes, and they say in there that Mercedes, they're like, thank you so much for standing up out of your wheelchair for the picture.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
So I don't know. What's so cool about the 4 horsewomen is that they do keep things close to the breast. They don't show all their cards all the time, and so you don't know, is she throwing people off by being in a wheelchair? She wants people to think she will not be All In or All Out. So to answer your question,
keep playing with us.
In wrestling, nothing's impossible. It's pro wrestling. Is there a chance she could be there? Absolutely.
Probably
absolutely. But
probably backstage, it's a whole bunch of things. So they all support each other. They all go backstage and like chill or whatever. Like even the guys do it too. Like they all go to these other promotions and they support their friends. All of these people are like friends. They're like a big family. So
they're friends. You mean they all hate each other? Shocker. Ladarius, good morning. It's okay that you're late. You're on the color people time. It's fine. I understand.
Someone
Bernard said nobody knows your worth but yourself. Amen. It's a Sunday. Preach.
That's right.
Christopher, good morning, ladies, and everyone else. Good morning, Christopher. I love how you spell your name, Christopher.
Me too. I love
a K and an F. That's so different. Is that how you actually spell it, or is that just for like socials. I love that.
I love it. I love anytime you can replace the C with a K as is
Right?
like itself.
I love that. Just like
And
you,
you make
Krssi.
yourself more
With a
unique.
K.
So, hey.
I'm gonna change my name to Stephanie and put an F in there. Somehow fit a K in just for fun. But anyway, so I don't know. Again, Mercedes could show up. She could not. What were we even talking about? Look, we went off this whole tangent about Ruby Soho. Oh, okay, because we were talking about Willow, and you were mad Willow beat Ruby in the finals. Gotcha.
Right, because they gave the championship to Toni Storm, and like the outcasters or whatever they're called. It's just something that something that was supposed to be for them to be like this big strong group, and I'm not feeling that from them. I think it's only one strong person. This is Toni.
And can I just say that Chris? Oh, thank you so much. The name on my birth certificate. That is how he spells his name. That is an awesome name. Like I feel like you need to be in like broadcasting. Like when people have those names that just sound like a star name. That's Christopher Kidd is a star name. Like I just love that. Anyway, so Toni looks amazing. I think she is absolutely thriving over in AEW. I think it was the completely right move for her. There are people who are just doing better in other places, whether like Chelsea Green and fucking WWE. I'm so glad they hired her back. I'm so glad she went back. Like
I love thriving. Her. I love everything for
thriving.
her.
Toni Storm thriving. Like I'm happy for people who find their place. Trinity thriving. Like you just have to find what works for you. I think people were pissed that Toni left, or at least the way she left. And while I don't necessarily agree with how she left, I understand that she was unhappy and had to do what she had to do. So, and she looks happy. She looks incredible. She's doing amazing things over there in AEW.
She's doing amazing things over there. I just love to see when people thrive, when they don't think that you're supposed to thrive, when you're not at the big top company, and you be like, no, like, shut up, and I'm going to prove you wrong. So,
shut up. I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I love that. I think that's like something that's just so like refreshing, and to like show people like, hey, like, no, you didn't see the star that I am, but I'm going to show you that I am the star.
I think that's what happened with Chelsea, to be honest. She got fired. She went over to Impact. She did great work with Deonna, against Deonna, all these different things. And I think they might have saw that.
Yep.
And so when her contract was up, they were like, let's bring her back. Like sometimes you just got to prove to people that you're a star. Look at Deonna.
Yeah.
She was a fucking jobber in WWE. Look at her. Like, it's just
the O show.
The contract is up. I can see WWE trying to get her back. I don't know if she'd go back because, again, she is thriving in Impact. But I can see WWE trying to get her back.
I hope she doesn't go back. I think she should stay where they are. Maybe like later on down the line, like
I agree. She needs to stay in Impact.
She needs to stay in Impact because
she's thriving.
I said this yesterday. WWE only wants people when they are thriving to take them away from other places, to say, "Oh yeah, we got them back. Like they were here first, they left. Now we're gonna bring them back because they're a star now." But I was always a star. You just didn't see that I was a star. You didn't let me be that star. So
now I do have to say, sometimes people have to find their groove too.
Yes.
And sometimes if you stay in WWE and you're in the mix when you have all these top ladies, you never really get the time to do that. So I think with some of these people leaving, going to Impact, going to AEW, going wherever, and actually getting the time to work on their character or work on their in-ring work and work on their TV presence, I think that does help make them another, like a bigger star, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I do feel that in some cases, hello.
Hi.
We have a cameo.
Hello. Hi. How are you? Oh, he's so cute.
This little baby hype. He decided to crash the party. Hello. No, you're getting really comfortable on my lap, sir. No. Anyway, so So random. So
Dad,
no,
what do you want?
mommy's talking, hun.
My sister.
Okay, where's Dada?
Da.
No, go find Dada.
No.
No.
I can't.
Hi, cutie pie. What is your name?
This is my.
What's your name?
This is me.
Oh,
My name is.
No.
well,
Hello.
say hi.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I cannot. Oh my gosh.
This is Honey.
Give me one moment. I'll be
problem.
right back. Go ahead and talk about sorry. Go ahead and just keep talking. Give me 1 minute.
Kids will do that. It's okay. We all are parents. SP is one of them as well. His daughter Harlem always makes a cameo. Mines are bigger because they are much older than the younger babies. But other than that, I feel like Chelsea is very much thriving. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but she always wears like the captain's hat. I don't know if that is an homage to Elisa Fox or whatever. That's just her gimmick. But I'm loving the looks that she is giving us, guys. Good morning to you all. It is Sunday. Your TVs have not deluded you. Usually they have collision going on right now, but we are doing serving face and heels. So, hey.
Listen up, you prick.
Good job.
That was my son. That was baby Hypes. He was like, I need my camera time, Mom. No. I can't. Anyway, so we were talking about Willow versus Athena.
Yes.
So that was Ring of Honor.
And then I segue into
and then
Ruby.
she segued into how she was pissed off that
Yes.
Ruby lost again in the Owen Hart tournament in the finals.
She's getting all these L's. But we
which
can
brings us to our news that Willow Nightingale won the Owen Hart tournament.
It's all good. You know,
So Britt Baker was your first winner, and then Willow is your second Owen Hart tourney winner.
Yes.
I think what Miss Krssi is trying to say is that she wants to see Ruby win it next year because she's lost in the finals twice now. So
no, I just want to see Ruby. I just, for me, it's not even like the tournament per se. I just want to see her win, just to thrive. I feel like she's always been the fall guy, as Stephanie has now pointed out. Now, am I thinking that she is the fall guy for everyone? And it's like the Charles Barkley of basketball. You know, Charles Barkley was a great player. You know, you Phoenix, got to put two and two together, friend. Hello.
I got you.
Hello.
I got you. I'm in Arizona. I understand. I've been watching for a while. Go on.
But I feel like she's like the Charles Barkley. Like, she's great, but she's not that great where she can always win, if that makes sense. So.
Well, that brought me back to my question. There's more people in the chat. Is Ruby Soho a star? Could she be the woman? Can she be a Charlotte Flair, a Becky Lynch, a Britt Baker? Can she be the face of a division?
Can she be a Jade? Who knows?
I think she's meant to be the person that puts other people over.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. I love her look. I've loved her since I saw her in WWE. I loved her.
She's if you think she's beautiful on television, in person is even.
Actually haven't met her in person. That's like one of the few women I haven't seen in person, or met. But everyone tells me she's one of the sweetest people in the world. Look, I want good things for her. I just don't know if any of these companies are going to find her as the star. Nikki Boy said, I get it with Ruby, but hey, she's still getting more TV time in AEW than she was with the Fed. Would love for her to win more, but over Willow? Nah, bruh. Sorry. She is. He's right. She does get a lot more TV time and exposure in AEW than she ever did in WWE. Absolutely. Please don't call it the Fed. I can't do it. But she does get more TV time in AEW. She does.
She's been on TV way more. You definitely can say that.
She's actually in a story. She's in a faction. Well, she was in a faction in WWE too.
I'm frustrated because I like both girls, and I I love Willow, but I like Ruby, and I just want to. I'm just tired of the girls. I'm sorry.
So what would you do with
I'm on the
Ruby? Like
guys.
in AEW? I'll be honest, y'all. For those who don't know, I do not follow AEW live.
AEW, so
I catch the women's segments and matches as I can. So I usually rely on Krssi for these things.
Yeah,
but what would you do with Ruby? So you have Chris Statlander, who is the TNT champ, and then you have Tony.
Yep.
Do you have her go for a title? Do you want them to get tag titles? Like, where do you put Ruby? Honestly, because she's already fought Tony, right?
Did she fight Tony?
Has she fought
Yeah,
Tony?
she fought Tony when they were not when they were in the faction together. That was like way back before.
Okay.
And I believe she lost, I think.
Okay.
Guys, you in the chat can help me out. But
Nikki Bush, I could totally see Ruby being a solid TBS champion.
I think she would be solid. I totally agree with you, Nick. I think that's where they should put her. Right now we have like a face heel. I think she would be a good heel as the champion. Give her like 2-3 months, like let her run and like showcase something, like showcase her mic skills, or maybe that bear of whatever.
Over Chris Statlander though?
Well, Chris Statlander is not. Well, remember, Chris Statlander got the win because she got injured, so she wasn't the champion way before.
I'm gonna be completely transparent. I have like a mini girl crush on Chris Statlander, and so that's why.
I mean, I understand. I get it. She's hot.
So I might be a little biased here, but
you know what I'm saying? Because Chris Statlander got injured. She was supposed to be, the champ from before or whatever. But she got injured, and now that's why we had that whole run. So when it was time for her to win, we understood and we got it. We was like, all right, yes, we understand why she should be champion, because she couldn't be champion from before.
Right.
So, right. She if she didn't hurt her knee,
Christopher said she lost at Revolution in the triple threat. Thank you, correct. Christopher. Thank
you. And then you guys. My guys are on it.
Frantic did say Ruby should go for the TBS title. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If she goes for the TBS title, she's losing. They're not taking it off of Chris Statlander. I'm sorry.
No, we're not saying it right now. She only had it for what, like a month, like 2 months now?
2 months. She's had it for 2 months.
Give her a good give her like good 3 to 5 months. She's good.
Eventually, Jade's coming back. What is she going? I'm assuming when Jade comes back, she's going after Tony.
Correct. She's going for the top one. Like she's not doing.
It's time for her to move on.
Correct. Yeah, she's not doing the team. She's not going back for the same titles. Like she's been there, done that. She's going for the bigger thing. So I think she's right now having a break, enjoying her time off, enjoying life, and she's gonna get back and get better, and she's gonna go back for that one.
Okay. What else is going on in AEW?
Right. So let's go on to the other stuff.
Is there anything else going on in AEW right now with the women?
No, that's it. We've covered it all. We did the Owen Hart Classic. We've done we did Ring of Honor with Willow and Athena. Yeah, we've talked about it all. Chris Allen had a great match on Rampage on Friday. It's very fast. They did I think she was the main event. So yeah,
they have her main eventing a lot.
Because she can do it though. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Chris has been gone for she was injured, and it was like such a bad thing, and it sucked because she was about to be at the top. So now we're giving her that time to be in the top. You know what I'm saying? So
and she's defended the title a lot.
Yes.
Way more, I feel like, and way more consistently than Jade ever did. Nikki Boy said Sky Blue and Taya had a decent match last night in Collision. All I know, so for someone who doesn't watch it live, and I typically rely on either clips or I go back and watch them, all I see are clips of Sky Blue's ass all over the timeline. I don't even see the wrestling. I'm like, why? They're like, oh, what a good match with Sky Blue, and it's just like her ass, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, where's the wrestling? I was like, I'm confused. Right. All I'm seeing are clips of her butt jiggling.
Well, they do that with all of the ladies that have great assets. They do it to Bailey. They do it to Tony. They do it to Athena. They do it to Trinity.
Literally all of them. It's literally all of them.
There's
Ain't nothing wrong with highlighting the assets. You know what? I'm not complaining. All I'm just saying is I don't see anything about the matches with Sky Blue. they're just talking about her assets.
Nick Jackson, I did not talk about Britt's 1 minute match on Dynamite because it was 1 minute. It was nothing to talk about. That's why we didn't say anything. I fast forward.
We're not even touching on that 1 minute shit. All right, we're not even touching on that.
Girls, like you get, and now they're on TV. Great, fine. But you like let's give the girls a little bit more time and credit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, we can't forget about Rhea Ripley. Of course, we can't forget about Mommy. Duh. Yes, the men are very lucky to have these ladies in their lives. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about the 1 minute matches or whatever because it's doing a discredit to these women, a service to them overall. So that's why I went straight to Dynamite. I mean, Rampage and talked about Chris Statlander's, main eventing that show because it was more of a match than what Britt did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey.
Nikki also asked, ladies, do we see Jade coming back as a babyface?
Wasn't she not a babyface before? I mean, like, I don't even see her as a heel before.
She was a heel. She has the look of a heel to me, though. Like,
she looks
the platinum hair,
like gives you a very heel look. I don't see her being a babyface.
I just don't. I mean, it depends on the story that they put her in because. What would the story be? What did she get to? 60-0? 60-1? What did she get to?
61-0.
60-1 or something like that. Like, she's a dominant ex-champion. I don't see how you can make me feel sorry for her in any way. I don't see her being an underdog in any way. Like, it would take an incredible heel to make Jade a babyface, I think, in my eyes. She's too strong and she's too dominant. I don't see her. I don't ever look at her and go, "Oh my god, I feel so bad for her. I really want her to win." Like what? She's going to win. Like it's Jade. Christopher, what do y'all think about Taya Chandler and Britt?
I'm down for it all. Like I think Britt needs someone that can like kick her ass. I think she needs someone. I don't think she's met an opponent.
Sorry.
No. I'm being serious. I think that she needs an opponent that can put fear in her. I don't think that she's had an opponent that can say, I can't beat her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that would be great. I feel like they can give a good feud. I think Taya would be a perfect person to like make her give me 2 out of 3 matches and make her lose 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be down for that. Give these girls like she did it with. I've only seen it with Thunder Rosa. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the only time I've seen credibility of like I can see fair in.
And they have real heat in real life, which is what unfortunately real heat in real life produces amazing matches.
Correct, because they want to beat the shit out of each other.
So I think to Krssy's point, I think that Taya could really bring that I think she could give Britt a really good feud and some really good matches out of it. She's a great in-ring worker, and Britt works off of great in-ring workers.
Correct. And this is a veteran that she can definitely give like good matches with. I feel like they give them a good like 15 minutes and they can probably go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
People are probably going to kill me for saying this, but Taya to me reminds me of Natty for WWE. Like,
she's like,
I don't know if she's the go-to. Yeah. Like if you go against Natty, you're probably going to get a good match out of it.
Now, mind you, she's
9 times out of 10.
She's just former Impact champion and everything like that. I see the comparison. I see it. I get what you're saying for sure.
When you're talking about reliability of knowing that they're going to put on a good match, no matter who you probably put them in the ring with, she reminds me of Natty in that way. Natty can have a good match with a fucking broom. She can. She's just an amazing wrestler. And so is Taya Valkyrie. So I'm excited for it. I think again, she's gonna give Britt some good matches. To Krssy's point as well, I want to see like a best out of 3. Like I want to see multiple, not just one. Mm-hmm. Frantic said Layla Hirsch and Trisha Dora had a really good match on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I actually did not see that one, Frantic. So we were talking about Athena and Willow earlier, which was amazing, by the way. So I will actually write that one down and go watch it.
I'm gonna watch
because I did not see it. I love Trisha Dora. I
Mhm.
think she is an amazing talent.
There's so many
so
girls out here that's like just kicking ass, and it's just like I'm loving what some of these other companies, excuse me, are like showcasing these ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like they're letting them rock. They're letting them do this.
I'm gonna write that one down because I want to watch that one.
Christopher, that is so funny. Taya, Natty, and Dolph. Dolph is definitely the fall guy. He's definitely that person.
And Miz. Taya, Natty, Dolph, Miz.
Miz.
Go-tos. They'll give you a great story and or a great match. Go-tos.
And they're all former champions, so it's not like they've never had a belt before. So it's like
they're all amazing wrestlers, and again, they're consistent. No matter who you put them in the ring with, they'll have a great match. Miz is truly the go-to guy for literally anything. If you have a new call-up, you go to Miz. If you have a celebrity, you go to Miz. It's same with Natty. Natty could be in catering for months and then all of a sudden be like,
he's on TV. Yep.
I'm the number one contender for a title. And you're like, how? But then you're like, it's fucking Natty. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it may not be the best story, but the match is probably going to be great if they don't do what they did with her and Rhea and just have her squash her, which was stupid. But anyway, I do love Trisha Dora Frantic, so thank you. I will go watch that one. Thank you so much for letting me know it's a great match. There was one comment that I accidentally skipped. Eric said, can't wait to Wednesday and glad that Taya's getting a decent push now in AEW. I agree. Again, is it going to lead to a title or are they just going to be using her to put others over? That's kind of what they do with Natty in WWE. I could see them putting a title on her eventually. But to Krssy's point, you have people like Ruby who are, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't see either one of them beating Tony.
Not yet.
Right now. I'm assuming Thunder Rosa's coming back at some point too, and I feel like that's going to be a thing. I don't know.
But but Thunder's supposed to be on Collision, so she's supposed to be on the Saturday show. I'm not sure how they're supposed to have like the title go back and forth.
So I'm like, what title is supposed to be on Collision?
So right now, but Tony's going all around.
She is. Okay.
Yeah.
And they mostly have Chris on Rampage.
Chris has been on all of the shows as well too.
Okay.
So they have the girls going all around the world and back again.
Okay. So Thunder Rosa would have a chance because she'll be on Collision. Correct. And we're back.
And we're back. Yes. SP asked us a great question. He said, where does Athena Willow place for women's matches of 2023?
It's definitely a match of the year contender for me.
Correct. Well, are you asking for women? Oh, yeah, he said women's matches.
Women's matches.
I can definitely place it at. Say that again.
I'm sorry, I was thinking.
Oh, I thought you said number 3. I was like, wait, what?
No, I said women's matches for 2023. Oh man.
Okay, wait.
It doesn't beat Rhea versus Charlotte for me yet. I don't know. Maybe it does.
I think it did beat it though. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know.
Y'all know I'm not even a Charlotte Flair fan, but that match was fucking incredible.
No, it was. I say top 3 for sure. Top 5 at least.
It's top 3 for me.
See, top 3.
See, I don't watch all the Stardom stuff. I watch some Stardom stuff, not enough to be like to include those. So
right, the stuff that
we're talking about US matches.
I'm gonna put top 3 right now, SP.
It is top 3.
I'm gonna put top 3.
I'm gonna say it's my number 2.
So what's number 3 for you, then, friend? We'll TPD. We'll come back.
I forgot about Willow versus Julia. God damn it!
It's some top contenders up there. Like when you gotta and now I gotta think back at like the matches, and
we'll have to circle back around, y'all, because now I gotta think.
That's what I'm saying. You have to.
So Charlotte and Rhea was my number one,
right?
That was just again an incredible match. I think possibly, which we're about to get into in a bit, Charlotte versus Bianca versus Asuka could possibly top it. You're talking about three of the best women's wrestlers in the industry in a match together. So we'll see. But because that could go really wrong or could go really well. Because you could have too much going on as well. So we'll see. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Let's just say for now, Willow versus Athena is number 2 for me.
Okay. I like it.
I'm gonna have to. We'll circle back around, y'all. Y'all still have to watch that Stardom pay-per-view I sent you. It has 2 matches in my top 5 for the year. Oh no!
Oh God!
Shit. Okay, but I'm talking. Okay, if we're talking about just U.S. women's wrestling, though, Willow and Athena have to be number 2, right?
Yes, that was Chris. I was just about to get to that. Since we've been gone, Lil Kelly Clarkson,
since we've been gone,
we had Money in the Bank, guys, and our predictions were correct.
Yes, last time we had the show was right before Money in the Bank, so we have not been back. So news breaking: Io Sky is Miss Money in the Bank. I think Damage Control is Miss Money in the Bank.
Yes, I was about to say Io won. However, Bailey said that they both won.
They're sharing it. I'm like, this seems like a disaster coming. Yeah, you have Bianca versus Io at Backlash.
Yes,
fucking incredible match.
Oh God,
I'm gonna have to go back and look, you guys. I don't know. Didn't we also have Mercedes versus Kyrie and yeah, I'm gonna have to
I can't do this right
think
now.
about this. You know what's gonna happen at the end of the year? SP's gonna send me a text message saying, give me your top 5 women's matches for the year. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. And so I'm gonna start now because it's been half a year and I'm gonna go and try and figure it out. I'll let you guys know. All right. We talked about Ring of Honor. We've talked about AEW. We've talked about Impact. Did we talk about Impact yet? We have not. We kind of touched on some people in Impact in general. But at Slammiversary, there was a main event match between Deonna Purrazzo. Did I say that right?
I think it's Purrazzo, right?
Purrazzo.
No?
And Trinity. I just call her Deonna, so I never say the last name because I knew I was going to butcher it. For the Knockout Women's Championship at Slammiversary. Again, another great match. Deonna, I just need to put her over for a minute. She is such an incredible champion.
You won't hear no last
name. The way she looks, the way she carries herself, the confidence she has in these matches, some of these moves they were doing. Like, I was like, is she injured? Is she okay? Like, I was concerned. Not because anyone messed up, but because it was a hard hitting, great spot match. And I just need to give Deonna her flowers. She is an incredible champion. I think this was her 3rd time being champion, Knockout Women's Champion. Yes. And between her and Jordynne Grace, I mean, they have to go down as some of the best Knockout Women's Champions ever. And again, it was just a great match. Trinity did end up picking up the win.
Yep.
Holding her 3rd world title. This would be her 3rd world title in combination with the WWE ones. And it's been a very long time since she's held a world title. So she was very clearly emotional.
Yes.
Winning it. It was reported that Mercedes and Tamina were both in attendance for that match. And some pictures have surfaced actually of them together.
I think Bailey got like at the tail end or whatever too.
Possibly. I honestly don't know. I don't remember. But I'm very happy for Trinity. I popped obviously when she won. Again, it's been, we went from she might be quitting wrestling to her being world champion again. And she just looks happy, and she looks like she has again found her niche, found where she's going to shine brightest. And they treat her like a star. I mean, that's all anyone ever wants when you're in this business, I'm sure, is to be treated like you matter and be treated like a top star. If you have the stuff, right? And so I'm excited for this title reign of hers. I'm excited to see what she does with it. And I don't know. I don't know. We will see. But she is the new Knockout Women's Champion. I'm so happy for her.
I echo all of the above. I'm just very excited for her. Yeah, she deserved this moment right now. Have at it. Go. The sky's the limit for her, I feel like.
Do your thing, ma'am. SP said Mercedes and Kyrie over both Bianca and Io and Mickey and Jordan. Mickey and Jordan was another great fucking match. Oh my god. Another great fucking match. I forgot about that one.
Please write all of this down, because I mean,
can someone make a list of all the women's matches this year and send them to us so we can confirm. Just kidding. No, I have my like every time. Here's the fun thing about women's wrestling is that I hate that we're still surprised that they have such good matches, but it's like they weren't highlighted for so long. And
I don't think we're surprised about it. I think we're surprised that they let them go at it.
Go out. Yeah. I was like, they up the ante.
Correct.
More and
That's
more.
What I'm saying. There's levels to this. And I feel like we're not surprised. We're just like shocked at the levels of like how they're progressing. Oh, like, okay, these girls just give a great match. You know what? The next girls, you know what? How can we one up Miss Athena and Willow now? The girls are all watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we better ourselves to get better? Like, how can we give a match like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. And then and you're right, I said that wrong. It's not that I'm shocked that they are having great matches. I'm shocked that they are allowing them to continuously do more and more and more in these matches, because for so long they wouldn't let them. And so I just feel like they're setting the bars higher and higher in all these different companies of what the women can do and what they can do, sometimes better than the men, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's more entertaining. For me personally, it's more entertaining for me, but I'm a big women's wrestling fan.
Yeah, if you let the girls go sometimes and like let them do the things that they don't dumb it down, sometimes it can totally be,
The Money in the Bank women's ladder match was probably my favorite women's Money in the Bank ladder match ever.
For all of the Money in the Bank women's matches, correct? Okay.
Yes, it was my favorite one from all the women's Money in the Bank matches. It's been like 4 years, 5 years.
I think it's more so.
This was my favorite all around.
Yeah.
Between storytelling, between the spots, between the aggressiveness of it and the ending, I truly enjoyed this one so much. And I believe they got the winner right. So again, I just think these women are doing incredible things, and I just really feel that I appreciate that they are being highlighted more and main eventing more and more, because they deserve it. So let's jump into WWE. We saved that one for last just because for finally something that we have talked about on this show countless numbers of times is obviously wanting to see more for the women, wanting to see more consistency, wanting to see more storylines, and how it was frustrating because sometimes they just wouldn't get that shine or wouldn't get that spotlight or wouldn't get the time, or they just weren't consistent about it. And for the first time in a very long time, I feel like WWE is getting a lot of things right with the women. Is there always room for improvement? Absolutely. Is it perfect? No. And given I don't even know what perfect looks like at this point. However, we have for the first time multiple women's storylines going on, title and non-title.
Okay, I okay. And I'm like, where are we going with this, Stephanie? Okay.
She's like, what you mean?
Right, because you're like,
so
they got
I'm just gonna list off
okay, go
all
ahead.
the storylines going on right now, and we'll give our thoughts on whatever. But so we have Becky and Trish with Zoe Stark. We have Ronda and Shayna, Bailey and Shotzi, Bianca, Charlotte, Asuka, Io Sky, who's Miss Money in the Bank, so she's kind of lurking wherever she needs to lurk. Sonya and Chelsea are now the new tag champs. Rhea with Raquel and Liv. Maxine Dupree with Alpha Academy. Valhalla and Viking Raiders against Maxine Dupree in the Alpha Academy.
Which was a great match, by the way, on Monday. Just saying.
The what?
Which their match on Monday was great.
It was so much fun. I love that. So we have all those going on right now. And it's been a very long time. Shit, I can't remember a time, maybe back in 2018, where we had multiple storylines going on that either did or did not have to deal with the women's titles. And that makes me very happy. I feel like, you know, they're finding ways to extend certain things by either adding a person, adding a what's it called, a roadblock, whatever it might be. Like we mentioned earlier, SummerSlam is exactly about 2 weeks away, a little less now. As of yesterday, it was 2 weeks away. And it looks for the first time that we possibly might have 4 women's matches on a pay-per-view. When is the last time we've had 4 women's matches? Not Stardom. 4 women's matches on the WWE PLE, whatever the fuck they're calling it. PP, whatever. Pay-per-view.
Premium live event. Is that what it's saying?
I guess. I'm still calling it a pay-per-view. Whatever the fuck. It's a pay-per-view. We're looking at Ronda and Shayna, which has already been confirmed. Bianca, Charlotte, and Asuka, which has already been confirmed.
Okay.
Becky and Trish, I think, is where we're leading here soon, which would be the final match in their feud. And then Rhea versus, I guess, either Raquel or Liv.
That's so interesting to me, because for me, I do this in life. I try not to get my hopes up. You say one thing, but for me, I'm very like, okay, let's see what happens. I don't want to get my hopes up because I don't want my feelings hurt.
Right.
I don't want to be sad in the ending. So yes, they're saying, I feel like something might be a like pre-show or whatever. I feel like something might be left for like SmackDown, like the night before, because we need people to watch the shows the night before, or the Monday after. I feel like something where I want to be excited for it, but I'm kind of like I'm at arm's length with it, if that makes sense. Like I'm just kind of like reserved where I'm like don't want to get my hope. That makes sense.
It does make sense. And I get that. Unfortunately, just like I said at the beginning, WWE is not consistent, or hasn't been. It's not just WWE, AEW as well. It's been an issue with American promotions in general, besides Impact, keeping it consistent with women. And I get your hesitation, because that's why I said it looks like we are possibly getting 4 women's matches on SummerSlam. If that actually happens, I don't know. If I were banking on it, we'll have 3.
I feel like Vince and Paul will get the list of matches that they have here, and then they'll start like
cutting.
Yes, you do this
and
one.
The women are typically the ones.
And the women ones are usually the typical ones that usually get the first buck. They get kicked out first. And the ladies are all ready and dressed and get makeup, hair done, dressed to the gods, and costumes is all ready. And then you're like, oh no, we're not going to do your match. And you're like, cut. Like, what do you mean I'm cut?
Yeah.
We've seen it done before. We've seen it.
If they were to cut any match out of the 4 I mentioned, it'll probably end up being Rhea versus Liv or Raquel. And I hate to say that because Rhea is a world champion.
Yep.
But with Rhea, I have very mixed feelings about the Rhea situation. I love Rhea. Rhea's a fucking star. Rhea has the charisma, the statute, and the credibility to be in men's storylines and hold her own and be a star player in it. And I love that. But they treated her reign kind of like second fiddle to that. And because of that, now, yes, she is finally interacting with some of the women in the locker room, i.e. Raquel, i.e. Liv.
Yep.
However, I feel like, so Raquel got injured, right? And that's why they end up losing their tag titles. Liv comes out last Raw. Liv came out and attacked Rhea in the main event.
Yes.
Pissed off because she was the cause of basically why they lost their tag titles. So I'm like, are we headed to Rhea versus Liv while Raquel is injured, and then we get Raquel and Rhea later? If we're going with Rhea and Liv, I can see them doing that on Raw. I don't see them putting that on SummerSlam. I feel like Raquel versus Rhea has a lot more history and a lot more story to tell, and I can see them saving that for Payback or was it Fastlane? What's the other one? Payback and
the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam?
Payback, right?
I think it's Payback. That's the one they brought back, I think.
Yeah. So I can see them saving Raquel and Rhea for another pay-per-view because I feel like they have a lot more story to tell, and there's only 2 weeks right now till SummerSlam. So unfortunately, again, I feel like Rhea's match is the one that would be cut. You don't have big names like Becky and Trish and not put them on SummerSlam. And so I do feel like they'll end up being on the SummerSlam card. Rhea's is still up in the air to me. It would be amazing to have 4 women's matches on SummerSlam. But to Krissi's point, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If they do, one of them will probably end up on the pre-show. Which sucks. But
because I feel like we want everyone to win, but I feel like it's something where they are going to cut someone. Someone is going to get the cut or be on a pre-show or be on like the show before the show, which is like the Friday night show. So
SmackDown. If that's the case, then none of the matches except for Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca are SmackDown matches. True. Everything else is Raw. Ronda and Shayna's Raw. Becky and Trish is Raw.
Now they got to give the triple threat on.
And Rhea's Raw.
Yeah, they got to.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
I have to be honest with you guys. I'm actually really excited for Ronda versus Shayna.
Me too. Okay.
I am invested.
Maybe
so glad to see this Shayna. What?
Maybe they'll put that on the Monday show.
Well, she already challenged her at SummerSlam.
Oh, so it is already announced. Okay, well then there we go.
That's already happening. So that is going to be at SummerSlam. So
how long do you think this match will be? Because Ronda does not give long matches. That's one.
So Mia Yim retweeted Shayna or retweeted WWE's like match announcement thing, and she said, "I feel like this will be match of the year." There are wrestlers who are literally saying they feel this will be match of the year. Now we have to understand they are MMA background. They know mat work. They know judo. I feel like this is going to be a very technical mat work match. I can see a lot of pins, roll-ups, submissions. Like it's very possibly going to be a very good technical match. I also want to see the hard hitting. I kind of see the MMA come out. I kind of want them to make it a fight pit match, to be honest with you, because they both have that background and just let them do their thing. Like let them do the fight. Let them do MMA. Let them do, get down and dirty. Like it could be a really great match, and I'm honestly very invested. It's probably the first Ronda match I'm truly invested in. And I'm kind of excited to just see what happens. Like, I don't know what to expect from them, but the fact that other wrestlers are already kind of deeming it that they think it's going to be match of the year, they've probably seen them do stuff in the ring, practicing or whatever it might be. And so they're fully aware of what they're both capable of together. And so I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see what they come up with, because I don't know what to expect. You're right. Ronda does not have long matches. I'm thinking 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Right,
tops.
that's what I'm saying. Like Ronda doesn't have long matches. However, Shayna does give long matches.
Shayna does give long matches,
and I feel like if you're friends, you'll get the best out of each other. Like and I feel like Shayna will probably give Ronda one of the best matches of her career. And I feel like
that too. I think Ronda will turn it up a notch because it's her friend. Because she wants to put her over.
With the promos, like she could never give a good promo. She's been giving good promos since she was doing this with Shayna. And I'm like, who the hell is this lady?
She still has to work on her delivery, but the stuff she is saying is good.
Stephanie, all I'm saying is it's
good.
It's good. It's better than
it's
what
better.
She's been with the company damn near almost 5 years.
Correct. Like they still shouldn't put her on the mic. Don't get us wrong. However, the stuff coming out of her mouth is actually really good. The line where she said, "I'm gonna do you a favor, like I have my whole career, and actually get you booked on the SummerSlam card." I was like, God damn! Like that line was just incredible. Did she deliver it right? No, but
no.
The line itself and the meaning behind it and the cut behind that.
I'm going to tell you this, Stephanie. I really think that Ronda Rousey is very socially awkward.
She is.
She's very socially
even
awkward.
Said she is. Yeah.
Okay, well, then there we go. She's very socially awkward, and I think that's why we cannot resonate with her promos. That's why she's so awful to us, because she's such an awful, like, social person to talk to. If that
she makes it hard to relate. Like you want to relate, whether it be booing or cheering with the person on the mic, and it's like it's hard to, because she's just like,
I don't even know how she has friends, because she seems so boring.
I mean, you find the people that work for you. And she's had these friends for quite some years now, right? They've been years.
I think they're only friends because they worked in the same industry, and that's how they got to be friends.
I mean, possibly, but you still got to talk to the person.
Okay, you're right.
I have socially awkward friends, but I like them for like who they are. Like it is hard to talk to them. It's hard to talk to them, but I love them. Like we have stuff in common. We do stuff together, but yeah, it's hard to have certain conversations with people. Like you're kind of like, all right, here we go. Like, you just go into it going, all right, I love them so much. Here we go.
But I feel yes, we are all on the same page that Shayna is definitely going to give Ronda a great. Well, she's going to give
Shayna everything she has.
Correct,
especially if the rumors are true that she is leaving after this feud. She's going to give her everything that she has left. She gives a shit about this one, and so I think not that she didn't give a shit about the other ones, but there's personal meaning behind this at this point. And so I think she will bring out the best that she has for her friend. And she has on the mic in the feud. I'm completely invested, y'all. I'm excited. Frantic said they should make it a fight pit match to make it a WWE Women's Match of the Year. I think it should be a fight pit match. I think if they're only doing this one match, it should be the fight pit match. If they're going to do a series of matches, like 2 or 3, one of them needs to be a fight pit match at some point. I think that should be the final one then. I think it would be a lot of fun. If it's a fight pit match though, the match it would be more like 8 to 10 minutes long.
Okay.
So we'll see. Again, we also have Bayley and Shotzi developing. As you guys probably saw, Shotzi cut all her hair off, non-kayfabe, to support her sister who is battling cancer right now. in kayfabe because Bailey's just driven her to madness and she is coming after her. She is coming after her. She had some scissors driven through Bailey's heart on the picture in the locker room. Bailey's freaking out. It's good storytelling. I like it. Some people have said, is it going to lead to anywhere for, Shotzi? They haven't really pushed her at all. She's kind of in the Ruby Soho position. I feel like Ruby's in a bit of a better position actually than Shotzi.
I'm about to say the same thing, Stephanie. Now hold on, wait a minute.
I mean, in the sense of her losing. I think if you're, are you really gonna put Shotzi? Are you putting Shotzi over Bailey? That's the question.
Oh no, I'm getting Bailey all the way.
And so I think that's why people are like, is this actually gonna lead to something? This character change or whatever is going on? And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, so
the feud is dragging.
So?
I feel like it's probably because she's probably like supporting her sister and like being off of the camera for right now, to be with family. Maybe that's why they're dragging it. But it seems like it's very, very long for this feud since it's been happening. Other than
Shotzi and Bailey,
yeah, it's been like very stagnant. It's like it's dragging the feud
like a month.
Ain't it been more than a month though, friend? No. Okay. All right. Sorry. Never mind.
I do also think so. I don't know if you guys saw, but Bailey seemingly looked like she got injured at a live event. On SmackDown, she was walking, but you could tell she was favoring her leg a bit, right? She wasn't walking very fast. There were times she kind of not limped, but she kind of, you could tell she's being soft on her right leg. So I don't know if maybe they had planned for Shotzi to come out and actually attack her, but if Bailey is recovering from a very minor injury, that could be why they're dragging it out as well. And that's why they did the Shotzi on the screen promo, scared Bailey. Bailey had something in her locker room with her picture with scissors stabbed through it. She freaked out, right? So maybe they're not doing any contact type stuff right now because of that.
Yeah.
Because on the other end of this, you do have Shotzi and Bailey.
Right.
But you also have Bailey and Io with Money in the Bank. And Bailey being very involved with these cash-ins. So Io has tried to cash in now twice. And Bailey was kind of the one telling the ref when or when not, or like handing the briefcase and it doesn't happen. Like, I feel like Bailey's going to screw it up for Io, basically.
Oh, yeah, she's definitely. I think that's the whole point, and that's how the whole damage control will split because those two will definitely fight each other.
But it looks like they slowed that down a bit, so there has been tension. And it looked like it was leading to at Money in the Bank. I think at Money in the Bank we thought Bailey and Io were going to cause each other. They kind of touched on it. Obviously Io literally climbed over Bailey to get to the briefcase. And Bailey actually knocked one of the ladders over to knock Io off at one point. So the tension is still there, but now they're seemingly like, oh, like we're both Money in the Bank and damage control. I want to see what happens when Dakota gets back.
Right. So I think that would be the deciding factor of like when Dakota's finally, healed and good. That will be the defining factor of the whole dynamics of the whole group.
Because it was this whole thing for a while that Bailey favored Dakota more than Io. And so maybe when Dakota's back, they stir that up again and you have Bailey only paying attention to Dakota. And maybe Io tries to cash in. She hands the briefcase to Bailey and Bailey goes and like helps Dakota or something and forgets. You know what I mean? I feel like Dakota's going to be the factor in what happens with damage control. And I think they're waiting until Dakota's back to do that. So we will see. We also obviously have our women's, I'm going to get this wrong, women's title match. Not World Women's title match. WWE Women's title match with Asuka versus Charlotte versus Bianca. So what if I'm trying to remember, one's WWE Women's and one's WWE World Women's title.
Yep.
What do you think about the Bianca, Charlotte, Asuka build and feud?
I feel like 1 week is good, then 1 week it goes down. 1 week is like up and down for me.
How come I feel like Asuka is like the second fiddle here? Like she's the third wheel and she's actually the champ.
But don't they always do that to Asuka though?
Facts.
This is nothing new.
She's the champ, and I feel like this is more about Bianca and Charlotte than it is Asuka. And I'm like,
but not for nothing. We've been wanting Bianca Charlotte for like months. Like
we
forever.
have. But Asuka is the champion.
Okay, so that's why she's second fiddle, because no one really wants that. You know, she just happened to be the champion right now. But what the people really want is, you know, the match that they want. Just saying.
Is Charlotte winning?
Charlotte
is 5-0 at SummerSlam.
Well, I think she'll be 5-1.
And of course, in true WWE fashion, they are now bringing this up every single week that Charlotte Flair is 5-0 at SummerSlam. And I'm like,
they did the same
y'all
thing.
Are saying it too much now. You're saying it too much now.
Remember, they did this. They said the same thing about Roman. Oh, Roman hasn't been pinned since this day. Blah blah blah. And what happened? He got pinned. So I feel like I don't even think Charlotte wants to win. To be honest,
I don't think so. I think she's at a point. It seems like where she's ready to put others over.
She's won everything. Like,
so who is winning? Is Asuka retaining or is Bianca getting her title back?
I think Asuka may retain though.
I kind of hope she retains. But I want to know if we're doing Charlotte versus Bianca at Mania, is it with or without a title?
I feel like this would be Asuka winning. However, down the line, like either one of them will win, maybe Royal Rumble. No,
neither one of them need to win Royal Rumble again.
No, I would say never mind. I take that back. Asuka retained. But how do we get to the match of, how do we get...
See? Unless you have Charlotte win it now and Bianca win it at Mania. I know.
Get back to me on this one. I don't know.
I gotta think. I don't see Charlotte and Bianca happening without the title. Unfortunately.
It's fuzzy right now. Stephanie's real fuzzy.
I don't know. Bonkers said Charlotte wins, then Bianca attacks after, and Io cashes in.
Ooh. I like that.
Everyone's all, ooh. I like that. I could dig it.
Yes.
Frantic said she's going to be 6-0 soon. That's what I'm afraid of. She is 5-0 at SummerSlam. She has missed SummerSlam.
This is hard, man.
And isn't that her 16th? That would be her 16th. She would tie her dad for world titles if she wins at SummerSlam. Right? Or that'd be 15.
No, I thought he's 14 times.
No, he's 16 times. Ric Flair's 16. Charlotte's at 15 or 14, y'all.
I thought it was 14.
I can't fucking keep up anymore. Anyway, if someone knows, put it in the chat. Nikki Boy said I'm down for a regular match at SummerSlam, then fight Pitt at Payback. Okay.
That's fine.
Bernard said I think Shotzi Bailey might happen at Payback or Fastlane. I agree. It's not happening at SummerSlam.
14 times. Yeah, that was correct.
Bernard said Asuka retains. Safet said, by the way, Matt Cardona took Chelsea tag team title to DDT show.
I love that. I love those two together. They're
cute. Bernard sources saying that Io will have a failed cash in. I think we were all expecting that.
Yeah,
Bianca's gonna say again. WWE right before Money in the Bank. There's never been a women failed cash in. No woman's ever failed cash in. There's been 4 successful women Money in the Bank cash ins.
Yeah, but why do we have to have Io be the one that fails though? Oh my god, I hate that.
I know.
Like, why did you make Nikki Cross fail? Like that was like the most,
that was the most random win ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't even know what that was.
Right, like Like, I would prefer her to lose before Io. I'm sorry.
I know. Christopher said, "Can we please not do that again with Charlotte?" Christopher, if you've been following me at all,
yes, I'm about to say, Christopher, like follow us.
You know goddamn well I do not want Charlotte Flair to win again. However,
yeah, she's gonna be sick.
I'm not a Charlotte Flair fan. I think everyone knows that. However, I respect her. I respect what she's done. I respect her talent. I think she is incredible. I think she's a fucking star. I just don't want her to win again. It is what it is. However, Christopher, I understand. However, this is WWE. They like to put the titles on. Here's the thing. They like to put the title on Charlotte so someone else can get a big win. And so that's why I feel like Charlotte will have the title so Bianca gets another big win at Mania. I think Bianca is going to be undefeated at Mania still. And it's either going to be Bianca retaining at Mania or Bianca getting it from Charlotte at Mania. And I think the better story is Bianca getting it from Charlotte at Mania because Charlotte is the ultimate bad guy. Even though they tried to do that face shit with her for a while. I don't know why. Frantic, don't they count her NXT win? I don't know. Do they count that title win? I honestly don't know, Frantic. Maybe. I think everyone's saying 14 times. So if she wins at SummerSlam, she'll be at 15.
Yeah.
Frantic said, do they count her NXT win? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just main roster.
Yeah, I think they just count the
because
main
they don't count the tag titles either. So I don't know. Bailey will fail Io if that is true. That is correct. Bailey will be the reason that Io fails her cash in. So anyway, to me the build's been cool. I think I love the more aggressive Bianca. We've been saying for fucking months that Bianca needs to be more aggressive. It doesn't necessarily mean she's a heel. Just because you're aggressive, I'm glad to see this aggressive side of her again. It reminds me of her NXT days. But again, this has been a lot more to me about Bianca and Charlotte than Asuka, and Asuka's the champ. So I guess we'll see. Io Sky obviously has Money in the Bank. We already kind of covered that. I guess they're kind of sharing it. Even though every now Io's like, I won. You know, like Io will keep pointing out, even though I won, but Bailey's like, yeah, us, the Money in the Bank winners. And it's like, what?
It was so
Sonya
funny.
and Chelsea Green. Can we fucking talk about it? They are your new women's tag team champions. I popped so motherfucking hard. I love them. I think Chelsea Green is just one of the most entertaining fucking people I've ever seen in my life. Like, she is just fucking great. Great. And I love that they're holding the titles. They're already having so much fun with them. She was at San Diego Comic-Con with it. Got mad at the announcer at San Diego Comic-Con because they didn't announce her the same way Samantha Irvin does. Chelsea Green.
Can we just say something about Samantha? She's the best. I love the guy, but I think she's the better out of the two. And I think she needs to be on both shows because SmackDown does not sound the same anymore.
You're trying to have her fly everywhere. Look. You're right. You're right. She adds personality to her announcements.
Right.
Her voice cadence, like she just.
You see her doing the DX back during the commercial break. Come on, girl. Come on.
She's so good, and people are like, I don't understand what's so great. I'm like, she adds personality to it. I've never been a bigger Ludwig Kaiser fan until she started saying his name, Ludwig Kaiser. I'm like, oh, I love it. Like and he has such great character work himself. It just fits. And when you add that personality to just announcing, it gets you that much more excited for whoever's coming out. She's just so good. And I'm a huge Lillian Garcia fan because Lillian Garcia had that same
personality.
Personality. Exactly. She added something to her announcements. Samantha is surpassing her for me, which is a big deal. I'm a huge Lillian Garcia fan. But Samantha is just so good at what she does, and she progresses and she changes.
It's definitely going to be Samantha for me. Yes. I'm Samantha stan. Samantha for sure.
Yes, shout out to her. Love her. One of the nicest people, by the way, as well, which just makes it that much easier to love her. We kind of touched on it, but we have Rhea, Raquel, Liv. I mean, I think we're getting Rhea versus Liv first, and then Rhea versus Raquel, and probably like a 2-3 match feud, to kind of get Rhea to SummerSlam, or at least get Rhea through the end of the year.
Yep.
And then I think at Royal Rumble time frame, if I was guessing, I think we're getting Rhea versus Becky at WrestleMania. So I think that's going to start Royal Rumble time frame. But to get Rhea through the end of this year, I think you're getting Rhea, Liv, and then Rhea, Raquel. And I think that's just how it's going to get there. Again, love Rhea. I love that she has the charisma and statute to be in the men's division, but her title reign in the women's division, I think, is taking kind of a backseat to that. But I love that she's able to do both. And I'm glad she's finally interacting with some of these women on the roster. Besides, obviously, she did stuff with Natty, but it was obviously very short and squash matches. And I'm like, I want to see her fucking wrestle. Rhea's good. I want to see her go all out. So I think we'll get that with Raquel and Liv. She has history with both of them. So more history with Raquel, with them being real life best friends. So I think that would be a great story to tell.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the rising star on the women's division. Fucking Maxine Dupree.
Rising star? Is that what we're calling
yes,
her?
I love her. Like, I love her. She is adorable. She is adorable. And I am fully behind her. I'm like, I am just rooting for this chick. She's just so cute. And so, like, I just love it. I wasn't sure where they were going with this Alpha Academy thing. Like, she did really well with the Maximel models.
Right.
But this is just, like, to me, just a whole nother level. She's actually wrestling and doing, like, fun character things. And she has her little shoosh bra. Like, it's just, I love it. I love it. They had a match, a 6 intergender, whatever you're calling it, match on Raw.
Viking Rules match on Monday.
The Viking Rules match, which I was like, oh, here we go. It's something dumb. It was so much fun. Like, that match was so fun and so good. Like, I loved it. I loved it. Like, I love that look, I'm a big Viking Raiders fan, but they haven't exactly treated them.
Are you really?
Very well. Yes. I'm always in the audience doing the Viking thing. Like, I'm a huge Ivar fan. Let me say that. I love Ivar. There's a big dude who can fucking move. Okay. Yeah. Like, I love watching that man wrestle. And Valhalla, obviously, I wasn't very sure about. Like, my daughter was scared shitless of her when she saw her come out.
Oh, poor
but
thing.
I do like what they're doing here. I like the feud between them and
it's giving them more story and meaning. They're not just fillers. I feel like their story means something, and it's giving more of like a time of the show where you're like, okay, it's not so serious, but it's still giving us some type of wrestling and some type of comedy in the same time and in the same frame.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Like that's where they fill in this group of characters.
And Chad Gable is just so good, guys. He's just so good.
Chad does not get the
he's amazing
flowers that he deserves.
I agree. I think he finally is getting the flowers. Finally. Maybe not as much as he should, but I think I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the feud. I'm enjoying Maxine. Like, I truly am loving everything they're doing with them. I didn't know where they were quite going in the beginning of this, so I'm kind of glad that's working the way it is. Yeah, I know, I love it. And I think that's it. I think that covers all the women.
I think that's it, friend.
Whew. There is a lot of women's content happening with WWE, and I'm very happy about it, and I'm very hopeful that about what's going to come out of this. Let's hope they keep it consistent, keep the storylines fresh, keep the feuds fresh. And we'll go from there. I mean, I know some people are upset that they don't see Dana Brooke. Frantic's literally asking about Xia Li in the chat. Dewdrop, I think, was injured or is recovering, which is why we haven't seen her. The tag division actually looks like it's doing something. And now they can go to NXT and other places as well. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what happens and the rest of the last half part of this year. Kind of what's going to happen.
Through, yeah. And we have so much more to see and showcase. So yep, I agree.
But yeah, I think that's it. Obviously for today's show, we've covered a lot. We've talked about a lot. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I am going to SummerSlam. I will be there. I have never been to Detroit, so that's going to be very interesting.
How have we now just noticing this, friend?
Detroit.
What?
Oh my God, you're going to SummerSlam. It's so exciting.
I am going to SummerSlam. It was up in the air for a while.
Are you going as a regular?
I am doing media at SummerSlam, so I am very excited.
Good for you.
Only my second time doing media.
Yes.
So I am.
You with Steve?
Huh?
You going with Steve as well?
Steve will be there. He will be there. I will be helping him out as well. So,
That's so exciting.
I am very excited to be going. I'm really excited about the tribal combat match. If we're being honest with Jay, I need to make a sign that says main event Jay Uso. So I'm working on that.
Okay.
But I am going to SummerSlam.
Just don't be sad when he loses, okay? Just letting you know.
I know.
Okay. I just want you guys all
He's
to
losing, y'all.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm just hoping that everyone has
their tissues.
Yes. You're gonna cry like you cried at WrestleMania. Just letting y'all know.
I'm just saying. Cody Rhodes should have won. Calm down, everybody. It's gonna be fine. Promise.
Yep.
So it is the 23rd. We are 2 weeks away from SummerSlam. So it is possible we could do a show next weekend.
What's the next
Since
week?
we haven't done one in a long time. We'll talk about it after. We'll let you guys know.
The people.
Anything we can probably pre-record something. But I will be at SummerSlam in 2 weeks when we typically would have our show again. So again, I'm excited. Frantic said Stephanie going to 8 Mile to see Papa Doc versus Eminem 2. You already know. You already know.
This is exciting.
My palms are sweaty. My palms are sweaty. Knees weak.
Next time you guys got to put me in your pocket and bring me with you, okay?
What?
I said next time you guys got to put me in your pockets and bring me with you, okay?
Aren't you close to Detroit? Is that not close?
No.
I consider everybody who just lives in that area that I just assume you guys are just all like in this bubble.
No,
like if you live in New York, that's close, right? Like you're closer than me. I'm in Arizona.
Right. Okay. So
you just take a train. I'm just
girl. I'm closer.
I don't know shit about
I'll
the
be at
East Coast or like.
I will be there.
You're going to Philly?
I'm going to Philly. I'm closer. I can drive to Philly. I
think I'm gonna go to Philly as well.
Oh yes, Steph and Krssi connection.
Right? So it's crazy, you guys. I still have not met Krssi or SP in person. I've met like a million other people. I still have not met them in person. So that needs to happen.
It's
next year. But yeah, I am thinking I will be in Philly. I want to see the Liberty Bell. Is that bad that that's like the main reason? Like besides,
I'm gonna give you something about the Liberty Bell. It's in a glass case.
Okay.
You can't touch it. You just see it from like afar. It's closed in. It's nothing like huge or whatever. Like go see it, yes. But it's really not.
It's not like, big. I thought it was a big bill.
It's a big. I had the same expectations that you had to, and I was just like, wait.
I'm like, I really want to see the Liberty Bell. Oh my god! Like, right, and everyone, I actually wrote that on Twitter, and someone said, actually go see the the Rocky Steps. Is it the Rocky Steps instead?
Yes, you should definitely go to the Rocky
So
Steps.
like those are more impressive than the Liberty Bell. I'm like,
it is. It really is. It is.
the
It is.
Liberty
I
Bell's so
promise you.
historic. Like,
Yeah, no. Sorry, friend.
Bernard said, I think I'm going to subscribe to this channel.
Don't think about it.
Absolutely.
Just do
Bernard, go ahead and click on that link. Go like, subscribe. Bernard, do it. Thank you so much.
Do it. Don't think about it. Just do it, friend. We love you.
Alex,
we love
I see you, girl. Hello, my girl from France, who I did meet at Mania last year. Still haven't met Krssi, who just lives over in New York, but I've met someone from France. No, but so yeah, I will be at SummerSlam. I am doing media. I actually might do some interviews. Might.
Just know when I do see you for the first time in person, I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna jump in. You're gonna have to catch me because I'm gonna hug you so tight.
That's fine. I'm not that strong. You might fall, but I got you. I got.
Because you're thin in the waist now. You're thinking on me, and like I can imagine what you're gonna look like when I see you next year. So it's okay, fine, whatever.
I'm gonna keep going. You never know. You never know. No, but thank you guys so much for joining us today. Again, we will let you guys know when we will be back. We do not plan on taking any 3 or 4 week breaks anymore. But maybe summertime is just different. We have kids.
Yay,
we have to go do stuff.
Bernard.
Thanks, Bernard. Bernard subscribed. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Miss Krssi, where can they find you throughout the week though?
Hold on, as I finish chewing.
I'll go first so you can chew. You can find me at Stephanie Hypes on Twitter, at Stephanie Hypes with 2 S's on Instagram and Threads if you're on Threads. And you can find me right here on Serving Face and Heels. Usually every other Sunday. Obviously, sometimes that does not happen. However, we try and be here as often as we can. And I've been doing a lot of interviews lately. I will actually be on Ladarius. Ladarius is one of our biggest supporters. And I will be on his show on Wednesday. So I'm doing a lot of interviews and appearances places. So look for me there. And obviously, like I said, I'll be at SummerSlam. So I'll be bringing you guys content from there. And that's it. Now, Miss Krssi, where can they find you?
Okay, so SP and I do Dark Side of the Ring review. So please check that out. We do that every other Friday. We did our latest episode of Abdullah the Butcher, which dropped on Friday. So please watch that. True Hill Heat, which was yesterday's epic show with Stat E. Top Guy JJ was so long, so fun. Please watch that episode if you did not get a chance to watch it. And Serving Face and Heels. Like she said, we will try our best to figure it out and be with you guys as much as we can. You know, we all have children and lives and things that come up. So, you know, she's busy. As you see, the girl is interviewing. She's going places. So, yes, please be patient with us. But, yes, we will try to get to you as soon as we can. But other than that, it's Krssi Love _1 or True Hill Krssi Love on my Twitter. And, yeah, that's about it. My girl is going to SummerSlam. I do some live streams. I do guest appearances on other people's shows as well. Right now, nothing's happening. But yes, can't wait to see you all soon. Thanks, guys.
All right, well, thank you, guys. Have a good weekend. Good rest of your weekend. I'm in Arizona. It's been like 110, and the monsoon finally started.
Wait,
on Thursday.
Finally.
Usually, it starts at the beginning of July.
Oh.
It just started like 3 days ago. So it's been raining all morning and it's like 79 degrees outside. So I'm about to be outside, people, because we've been avoiding outside for like 2 weeks. It's like 112 degrees.
Okay.
So
got it. Okay. We've had a lot of rain on this side. So maybe it's time coming to you guys, but we've had so much rain on our side of town.
Please go and push that shit over here to Arizona because we're fucking melting. I appreciate it. I'm about to go outside right now and just go run in the rain.
I understand that dry air because I was in Nashville last week and it was hot and like muggy and sticky and dry, like no like air. So I get all look at my face.
Isn't Nashville humid?
It was.
We have zero humidity unless it rains. It's dry. No, think of a blow dryer in your face at all times. That's what Arizona is like.
Got it.
On the high setting on your hair dryer.
High, not even low, but high. Okay.
Not even low. High.
Okay.
Anyways, bye, people. Thank you. Have a good Sunday. Have a good week. Make it a good one. We'll see you next time.
Laters.